Hi, this is Eli Kranzberg, and welcome to this series on Ozone 11 from Isotope. Whether you're a new user or an experienced Ozone user, we're going to cover the old, we're going to cover the new. There's going to be something for everyone. Now, let me answer the first question that are going to be on new users' minds. What exactly is Ozone 11? Well, it's a fantastic suite of tools, plugins designed for creating great sounding masters in a variety of genres. Now, one of its main flagship features is an AI powered assistant function, which will listen to and analyze your music and then create a starting set of processing effects plugins and settings to get you going. And there's easy to use matching capabilities in Ozone, which also makes it powerful. You can match reference tracks and different genre targets, and you can really zero in to get the sound you want. Now, there are two ways you can use Ozone. The first way, when you're using it to master your music, is to use the Mothership plugin, which is what you're looking at now. And it acts as a kind of container for all of the effects within. You can move them around, adjust them individually, and so on, and work from within this one main window. The other way is to access the individual component plugins, and you can use those on any tracks you want in your mix. So we're going to spend most of the time in this series looking at the Mothership plugin, but all of the components that we look at are generally available as individual plugins. So let's start by taking a quick look around. We have a global bar at the top, and if you're an experienced Ozone user, you'll notice this, which is new, and this is the new stem focus function, which is really powerful. Now, generally, the idea is you run your music through Ozone and you process it with effects, but here we can have it affect the full mix, or using the master rebalance technology in previous versions of Ozone, we can now use it to focus in on, let's say, the vocals or the drums or the bass. So you can run your full mix through here and affect the vocals, drums, or bass with the individual processing modules while it's in the full mix. Really powerful and nuanced stuff that you can get to enhance your mix. And we'll explore it obviously later in the series. Now, here we have the two main views. This is the assistant view, and it's waiting for me to play some audio. It'll listen to it, make an analysis, make some starting suggestions, and we work from there. And we'll look at this later in the series. Then we have detailed view, where we get this signal chain here with all the effects. Now we have some presets here. We click that to open it up, and we get some global presets, and you can see your custom presets there. And again, we'll explore it all later in the series. Stepper buttons to go back and forth. We have this for inter plugin communication. We can give this instance a name. Some of the different Isotope plugins communicate with each other, so we can name them here for more meaningful names if you're using multiple instances of some of the plugins. We have undo and then an undo history over here. And then we have some options for some of the different modules. And then we have access to the help. And then we have the signal chain here, which is the heart and soul of Ozone. So we click here and we can choose. You'll notice a new plugin here called Clarity. We can choose between the different effects that we have, and we create a chain quickly like this, or it'll be created for you with the assistant. Now here, as we click on each of these modules, the main interface updates to show us the parameters for each one. And in each of the headers here, we can bypass any one of these, and you'll see it gets grayed out, which is a great visual cue to let you know it's bypassed. We can also solo them. We can call up presets for the individual modules, and we have difference metering on each module, which will show us gain changes, either positive or negative, that result from each of the plugins. And we can easily just change the order around by swapping them like that. And for those of you with a keen eye, you'll notice this delta button. This is new in a lot of the modules. We'll get into that later. And we can use this X button to get rid of the individual modules. Now here we have the I/O panel, where we start with gain and metering. And we can open this up and we can get different types of metering ballistics. We can monitor the mid side or the stereo signal. We can even have it respond to a reference track if we want. We can adjust the gain like that and get the metering here. We can change the scale of the metering with that, and we can link or unlink the different sides here. Now underneath here, there we go. Underneath here, we have a global bypass and a global gain match, which is really useful when we're making changes so that we can easily A/B the difference without getting distracted by volume changes. Now here we can sum to mono, we can swap left and right, we can access a reference mix in here if we want to use that and enable it or disable it. We can enable different codecs to audition them at different bit depths over here. And even dithering, we get to audition some of the different options that are available when you want to reduce the bit depth from higher to lower. So that's the big picture. I personally really love Ozone, and I'm looking forward to a fresh deep dive into this new version. So join me, and we'll get started in the next video.